Let's take a look at zooming on a TI-84 plus calculator. First one we're going to look at is y is equal to x squared minus 5x plus 6. Now if I go to graph this, and press my y equals, and I got x squared minus 5x plus 6. And the goal of this is not to teach you graphing, so if you're not comfortable with that, you should go watch those videos first. And now press graph. And we see it's coming down. It goes down a little bit below the x-axis and goes back up. But we're wondering what's exactly happening here. First method we're going to look at is zoom in. So press zoom, and I'm going to choose zoom in. Now I can down arrow to it and press enter on it, or I can press the numbers in front of it. So I can put 2 in. Now it doesn't appear like it's done anything. It's waiting for us to move our cursor over to where we want to zoom in at. So if I move it over here, if I move it up, see how it's a little flashing plus? I'm going to zoom in right there. So when I press enter, it'll zoom in based upon where my cursor was. So that'll be our new center. Now each time I press enter, it'll zoom in by another factor. Now see, it's working. You see it, the little dash going in the upper right hand corner here. I'm going to try to get this to hang up. You want to be patient when you do this. When you press the enter, you wait till it comes back before you do anything else. I'm not going to do that on this time. So do enter, and I immediately do another enter. I did not wait till it came back. See these 4 little dots going back and forth? That's gone to Never Never Land. The calculator's not coming back till the batteries are either dead or some kind of electronic failure. You can get it out of that by pressing enter or pressing your on button. So if I press enter one time, it'll throw it back to its processing. So again, the point I'm making here is be patient. Wait till it comes back before you start doing anything else. Okay, now I've zoomed in so much I can't see anything. To set it back to your standard viewing window, you press zoom and you want to choose Z standard. So I do number 6. And that sets it back to your -10 to 10. Now the next zooming we're going to take a look at is zoom box. So if I choose zoom, the first one says Z box, so I'll press enter on it. And I'm going to do my up arrow key and do my left arrow key. I'm putting my cursor in the upper left hand corner where I want my box at. So that's good right there, so I'll press enter. And now I'm going to do a down arrow, and I'll do a right arrow. And you can just hold down the right arrow key. You don't have to keep pushing it over and over. And you can adjust it. Get over here, you can do your left, adjust it, or you can do down to make it bigger, up to make it smaller. Once you get your box drawn, and it's up to you how you want to draw it, but when you press enter, it'll zoom in just what's inside of your box. So now if I press enter, it'll zoom in just on what I had inside my box. Love this. Gives you total control over zooming. You know exactly what's going to appear in your window here. And again, remember to set it back to your standard viewing window. You do zoom, and you choose 6 for Z standard. Okay, let's look at this one. Y is equal to x squared minus 400. Well, if I go to y equals, clear, and then my x key, x squared minus 400, and graph. It's soft processing. You'll know it's done when you don't see those lines in the upper right hand corner anymore. So it's done, but there's nothing showing. Well, this is the next method I'm going to show you, the zoom out. So if I choose zoom, zoom out is our third one. See, this is 3 next to it, so I do 3. And again, it's waiting for me to put my cursor where we want to zoom out at, and that's fine where we're at, so I'll press enter. And then I see more of my graph. And I could press enter one more time to see even a little bit more. You could even change. Let's say I'm interested in the x-intercepts. Well, if I press zoom here, I could change to a Z box. And then I'm going to draw a box around the part that has the x-intercepts. So I come over here, press enter one time. That's going to be my upper left-hand corner of my box. And then I'll go down and I'll go right. You see it drawing the box. And that's going to be the lower right-hand corner of my box. So I'll press enter, and then it'll zoom in just on that. So kind of a nice feature. Now if I press zoom, again 6, Z standard sets it back to your standard viewing window. Well, there's another way you can change your display. If you go to window, see how it goes from negative 10, 10 by 1s, negative 10, 10 by 1s on your X and your Y. Well, for the X-min, I could have this go from negative 40, and then I could put it in 40. You can put whatever numbers you want in here. And I'll have it go by 10s for the scale. Now, x squared minus 400, remember, when you got a number at the end, that shifts it up or down. This shifts it down 400. So I know it's going down to negative 400. So let me have this go down to negative 500 on my Y. And for my Y max, let me have it go to, I don't know, 100. And I'll have it go by hundreds, like that. Now if I press graph, you see this right here. Now keep in mind what our tick marks are. We said this was negative 40 and this is positive 40, and it's going by tens. So that's negative 40, negative 30, negative 20, negative 10, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. We said this clear down here is negative 500, and it's going to positive 100 by hundreds. So that's negative 500, negative 400, negative 300, negative 200, negative 100, 0, 100. So Windows is very nice. You can control a lot of different aspects with it. But if I go to Window, you can also screw it up. Instead of negative 40, let me put 50 here. Notice now my X-min is greater than my X-max, which shouldn't be. If I press graph, it'll give me an error window range. Now if I press enter on quit, if you ever mess up any of your zooming, if you ever mess up the window settings, you can always fix any of that by pressing zoom and choosing 6, Z standard. That probably fixes 90% of the problems that people encounter on the graphing calculator. And that was zooming on a TI-84 Plus.